Couldn't believe this one. Governor Greg Abbott. Dude doesn't have to do any hard labor and never has. I don't believe he is in wheelchair bound. Solidarity with our disabled brothers and sisters, but this is ridiculous as the governor signs a bill axing construction workers' water breaks amid record heat. Thanks. Texas is already the worst state in the country for work-related heat deaths, and this is from, again, Truthout and Sharon Zhang. That would be a double in the media award honoree article because Sharon is an honoree herself separately from Truthout. Thank you. So then we've got our construction workers sitting there. And again, there's our
1 year ago.
Yes. Right. So, and of course, Truthout is a little shit-libby, and I'll be the first to admit that, though they are honorees. Far right, Governor Greg Abbott. That was unnecessary. We know that most Republican governors in Texas are far right. Thanks for that. He signed a bill last week that nullifies local laws mandating water and heat breaks for construction workers, as well as work-related heat deaths as work-related heat deaths in the state are rising and temperatures are hitting record highs. The provision is part of the bill so-called the quote-unquote Death Star bill by its opponents, which nullifies a host of local regulations that enact additional protections for workers, among other things. That's nice. The part addressing construction workers would bar cities and counties from passing new regulations and overturns current regulations that mandate water breaks for certain workers. I need a Jimmy going, what the F and F? Are you kidding me? Like, that's what this is.
What?
Come on, man.
The F and F? Are you kidding me?
Cities like Austin and Dallas have laws ensuring that construction workers are provided a 10-minute break every 4 hours to drink water and get out of the sun. This bill would overturn that requirement. Why? The law comes as heat-related deaths at work are expected to worsen due to the climate crisis. Indeed, in the days following the bill signing by Abbott, a record heat wave hit large swaths of the state, threatening the state's power grid. In some places, the heat index topped 120 degrees. So I'm guessing that Texas at some point will catch up to California and also start putting heat plans in place for their schools.
Ooh, we gonna put some heat trees. So we got our own spaces for safe shade.
Right. So other places broke heat records.
Ours are gonna be bigger.
Austin, shout out to Joe Rogan and Tom Segura. Austin set an all-time record for heat. Segura set an all-time record for heat in the month of June, while Junction, west of Austin, hit its all-time high of 110 degrees. Texas is already the worst state in the country for worker deaths due to high heat, according to the Texas Tribune, which is totally gone shit-libby, by the way. They used to be awesome. And then their editor left. They brought in a new editor, and it just went to the dogs, and I don't even quote them anymore. But according to them, at least 42 workers died from heat exposure in the state between 2011 and 2021. BLS shows. Not BLM, but Bureau of Labor Statistics. And workers say this doesn't encompass all heat-related deaths since they're often attributed to something other than the heat. Yeah, it's probably like stroke or heart attack or dehydration often. And this is what OSHA is saying. Heat-related deaths will certainly rise as a consequence of the new law. Unions have said OSHA recommends outdoor workers drink 8 ounces of water every 20 minutes when working in the heat to prevent heat-related illness. Well, they're certainly not going to get the time to do that now, are they?
Nope.
So Ana Gonzalez, the Texas AFL-CIO Deputy Director of Policy and Politics, told the Texas Tribune, quote, "Construction is a deadly industry. Whatever the minimum protection is, it can save a life. We're talking about a human right. We will see more deaths, especially in Texas's high temperatures." So as conditions rapidly worsen due to the climate crisis and a result of declining standards for outdoor laborers, advocates have long said that climate justice is worker justice. Yes, Think about like the people in the fields that are actually like picking stuff. Mild summer temperatures are becoming more and more scarce. The state is expected to be 3 degrees warmer and on average by 2036 than it used to be in the 1950s. This is going to lead to a doubling in the number of 100-degree days by 2036 compared to the last 2 decades or so. Jesus Christ. So current heat waves are already straining the state's electrical grid. If the grid fails at any point, that would create even further issues for workers seeking a reprieve from the heat, and also impact a lot more workers that are currently not suffering from any of that. Put the entire town, city, state into it. So again, this is about their 1 year ago. So they're
1 year ago.
There's our friend.
Right.
There's our friend Sharon. Support her. Support Truthout. She also has written stories for Pacific Standard and New Republic, but she basically exclusively writes for Truthout. She's great, really good on labor. She occasionally has a stink. You know, everyone has an occasional stinker. We do too, but I tremendously respect her work and use her as one of the guides and sources that I trust to give me a perspective and a base as to where we probably should be close to, if not slightly adjusted off of. But she's usually pretty close to the mark.
These people.
Well, was that Jerry? Jerry, come on.
No.
Who are these
Mark
people?
Norman.